This is Koro-Koro community in Thai local government area in Rivers State. The residents here tried to make a living from peasant farming in an area which they say had been ravaged by years of crude oil pollution. This is where the journey of crude oil exploration began in Ogoni Land.
For more than 3 kilometers.
This resident takes me to some of the polluted sites.
Here in Koro-Koro 3, the pollution drives everybody out. And we have not been drinking water, we have not been farming. For some years now, everybody out of this place. So we want the government and the federal government to come and clean the Ogoni and clean Thai and clean Koro-Koro for us and do proper cleaning.
The president of the Supreme Council of Traditional Rulers of Ogoni tells us that the presidential order for the cleanup of Ogoni Land is a dream come true.
First of all, I want to thank God for that. And I equally want to thank Mr. President for keeping his promise to the Ogoni people, to the traditional rulers and the entire people of Ogoni. During the campaign tour of Mr. President, we, the traditional rulers headed by me, decided to invite him to Ogoni Land. Our people said, anywhere you don't have anybody, you cry to God. And we cried to Mr. President that day.
Some residents of Nsisi Oken or Gali say they are the worst hit.
The level of benzene in Nsisi Oken is above 900. So that's where we are now. That is the seat of the benzene area. And the residents around here, one, they don't have good water. We've been living with this before UNEP came in to conduct their report. And now the level of impotency in Ogali is very, very high. Death rate is also high.
But my advice to Mr. President.
The leader of the community, however, cautions that the process should not be hijacked by desperate politicians.
I thank Mr. President for approving the plan as it is in the books. But Mr. President needs to be very, very careful on looking at the Ogoni men and women who will be involved in the actual implementation, so that these lofty ideas and bold step of his will not be sabotaged.
But how feasible would the cleanup exercise be?
If you look at the area of the land contamination, cleaning up those land will make the land come back for agricultural use, which agriculture provides greater amount of employment in terms of labor intensiveness. So that will also provide employment generation in Ogoni. Apart from that, those land will now be able to provide output, and that will contribute greatly to the economic growth of the country.
As the UNEP report is implemented for the restoration of Ogoni Land, some say the exercise should be elevated above political and sectional interests for it to achieve the desired results. Emmanuel Ire, Channels Television News.